Hi everybody. Hi everybody. It's your friend Daniel Hutchins, your famous YouTuber here at Hutchins Hut. Yes, we're back again, my friends. We are here until the end, and we're moving and moving along. So let's get jiggy with it. Mama, mama, mama. Getting jiggy with it. Mama, mama, mama. In the wild, wild west. Baby, take you to the wild, wild west. Ah, baby, take you wild, wild west. I take you to the wild, wild west. Stop what you're doing, I know what you're doing, but that's okay because I am here. And I'd just like to say that I want to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Hutchins. Hut in the chins with the double chin. Because when me tell you something again, I like to try to be the one to try to entertain you. Yeah, you, over there on the left. Okay, so I was having some intelligent conversations from the other side. I was having some intelligent conversations with God, Jesus, Santa Claus, and all of the true believers. And then we were trying to figure out a way. Like, okay, I was having an intelligent conversation within the universe. I was like, well, you see, my friends, you see, my lads, you see, my lassies, you see, my duckies, we actually were having a really, really, really good night last night. In fact, so much so that I didn't even go up to my room until 11:45. But this morning, I went back and I did my, the two pop culture references that I oftentimes like to resort to whenever I feel like I'm a piece of garbage. I go on, I go to my fantasy. I go to my fantasies, my fantasies that I like to resort to or try to go towards. Alice in Wonderland and Violet Bee. Yep, I am forever known as a loyalist both to Wonderland and to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Willy Wonka and all of their characters of Cat. But remember, my friends, remember, I was born on the 8th of September and I was so fucking awesome that I almost had broke my mom. When they were trying to put me through the mold at my mom's baby factory, I was born sideways and then they shoved me back up and then I almost broke my mom because I was just that fucking awesome. Because I'm just that fucking awesome. Because I'm just that fucking awesome. Yes, I am. People say I'm too cool for school, but yet, as like that Arthur the Fawn said, hey, stay in school, kids. Stay in school. I would rather spend all my life on Earth learning things rather than working for some generalized douchebag asshat that would be served on my waffle truck with Dick Waffles. Oh yeah, Dick Waffles. You know what a Dick Waffle is? Well, I'm glad you asked. A Dick Waffle is a waffle or a pile of waffles with a hot dog on it or two hot dogs on it, and you load that puppy up with maple syrup or whatever kind of topping meets your heart's content. That is the Dick Waffle. It is a 100% original Hutchins Hut original idea concept from yours truly, moi. So remember, guys, to support that comic universe, you have to support it each and every day. It doesn't matter how many hours you put in, as long as you put in at least 3 hours of the universe a week. As long as you put in a minimum of 3 hours of comic book universe a week, only you can help moi figure out how to fix the universe. How do you fix that universe? How do you fix the universe? Well, first we gotta fix our universe, the reality that we all hate. And then after that, once that's been destroyed and rebuilt, then we gotta destroy the current idea and then just try to rebuild it. Because we built this universe. Because we built this universe by our love. Because people are delusional and the stupid and dumb. Some might even say that you're irrationally dumb. You play a game of hoopla. You have girls dancing around, spinning around in a hula hoop, and they don't give a fucking hoot. My brothers and I play the mamba while you listen to the radio. But where'd old Daniel tell you? He'd read and tell you, we gotta rebuild the universe. To rebuild the universe, you have to fire everybody who is incompetent and does not understand the universe and have it completely be driven by fans. The fans want to have stuff be met as well. Yet the rest of the executive douchebag dick waffle dick hat ass hats that kowtow down to their fucking boss superiors of Ken. Remember, y'all, think hard, strike fast. Think hard, strike fast. Just like Johnny Lawrence once said when he, was, living in denial for all that time back when he was defeated by Daniel Russo back in 1984. December 20th, 1984. Does that ring a bell to you? Does that ring a bell to you? I'm pretty sure it does. So remember, y'all, to support Thy Universe, you have to be committed to Thy Universe. And to be committed to Thy Universe, you have to stay towards Thy Universe. And to help me rebuild this universe, our world, and the comic book world, and the entertainment world, not to mention, and then, I'll be going down the highway with my friend. I'm riding in the backseat with my brothers, and we will be going down at a speed of 55. Remember, guys, in order to restore this universe, you have to follow Thy Hutchins Hut. First commandment of the Hutchins Hut: thou shalt always support thine universe. Second commandment: thou shalt always not disrespect your elders of Ken, who have been in this universe before you. Third commandment of Thy Hutchins Hut: you might have an idea, but if you don't listen with reason and compromise and negotiate by negotiations as such, you will be taking a one-way trip down to South Forevermore and be working in a prison labor camp. And probably you might be even, deprived of starvation. Next commandment of Thy Hutchins Hut: remember, like I've said before, it only takes one stupid thing to do. One massive stupid thing. If you do one massive stupidly idiotic, moronically dumb, erosionally dumb idea, you will be sent to prison down in South Forevermore. Or maybe you might go to the Eric Charter School of Evil. Master Eric Charter School of the Evil, where you will have to follow the art of evil from my dad, Evil Incarnate, Master Eric. So Master Eric, if he notices you disrespect him in any way whatsoever at all, you will not win. You won't. You will not get away with it. In fact, he'll send his black riders after you, capture your ass, tie you and drag you across the fucking road, and then after that, he'll probably put you in forever slaverhood, and then have you be living outside a hut, maybe eating ramen noodles, maybe eating cereal, or whatever. So, or you might even get the worst. You might get the Daniel treatment by Master Eric, or you might get the Josh. Might get the Josh punish. You might get the Josh punishment from Master Eric, or you might get the Sarah punishment from Master Eric, or you can get the mom punishment from Master Eric, or you can get really lucky, and if you're really lucky, then you can get the Daniel punishment by Master Eric. But the Daniel punishment is the best option. Now, if Master Eric says you are worthy enough to have the Daniel punishment, that means he does still have a little bit of sympathy for you. But if he has less sympathy for you, you go downwards in the ladder of the punishments, the ladder of which are all of my family members of Ken. So remember, guys, to support Thy Universe, you have to go hardcore. Just like Jack Black did back when he was, forming up the School of Rock. Even though he was just a substitute teacher, he became the best damn substitute teacher that any 2000 kids from the Y2K, or anybody in the generation of Y2K, everybody knows that is the movie that truly put Miranda Cosgrove on the map. 'Cause in the end of time, at the pile of dumb stones, but then you realize there was an artist to be born. But then he was put to the stone. They said, why'd you take me out of the band? Why'd you take me out of the band? Why'd you take me out of the fucking band? 'Cause you're not hardcore. 'Cause you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. Till you live hardcore. 'Cause the legend of the rent was way off con. Yes, the legend of the rent was way off con. Lava chicken, lava chicken, lava chicken. You put a real live chicken into a fireplace of the medieval times. You throw it into the fire and then you wait about 10 minutes and boom, it comes out like lava chicken. Delicious. And yes, those will be part of the Hutchins Hut theme parks. Yes, I borrow a bunch of ideas from the corporations and the companies, and I turn around and I recycle them. So then that way you can be part of the universe. So like you could immerse yourself with the universe by going to somewhere that has the awesome things of the universe. For example, if you have Galaxy's Edge of Star Wars at Disney World and at Disneyland. Now, with my theme parks, since I'm a company man, since I love companies, since I kowtow down to the mouse and I, Mickey, me and Mickey are close friends. Me and Mickey go all the way back in my past life. All the way back to the 30s, mate. Hey, I was even friends with Bugs Bunny. I was friends with Bugs. I was friends with Popeye the Sailor Man, chucking down some spinach, guzzling down spinach, going boop, boop. And remember, guys, in order to support Thine Universe, you have to stay always committed to Thine Universe. And if you're not staying committed to Thine Universe, then I think you might be in the wrong place, Buster. If you don't stay committed to Thine Universe, you might be in the wrong place, Buster. So remember to always do what you do. Do the do. Mountain Dew. One of the unofficial awesome beverages we love to say is our unofficial sponsor we love to have here as our unofficial sponsor of Ken here at Hutchins Huts. And like I said before, if you're new around here, let me just tell you, all of my other all my other loyal fans and minions will show you around the universe of what we call Hutchins Hut. And let me remind you, if you're new around here, welcome to the Hutchins Hut. And remember, there will be another Care Bear short generated by AI. It won't be this year, but it'll be next year. I am going to remind y'all again. There will be another Care Bear short related with the Hutchins Hut. The Hutchins Hut greetings with the Care Bears. There will be another one. Yes, there will be a third video, but it will be next year, mostly because we have other specials we're doing straight from my hut to yours. From my hut to yours. And who knows, maybe we might even bring something back you probably wouldn't have even seen before, or something that you might have forgot existed. Things you never thought existed, like one of those catalogs, my old master Eric used to have. Things you never knew existed. But sarcastic apparel, toys, that have swearing and cursing, like one of the birds that, cuss up, like the F word and the S word and all that fun shit. Yeah, Shivazi. But remember, guys, support that comic book universe. Yeah, buddy. Support that comic book universe. Yeah, buddy. And until next time, see you on the huts.